And as I say, that it's that opportunity to actually reflect. It's an opportunity to strip out stuff that actually isn't serving you again. It's an opportunity for everyone to question what their templates are, their social norms, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I've really seen is there's so many things, and I'm just seeing so many people just taking this opportunity and going, actually, this is a great way to refine everything and go, okay, what can I do in this space? How can I make this work for me and reshape our working days almost? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's fascinating. It's so fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, you're finally given permission, aren't you? Firstly, think about it. If you, Alex, say you had a job that you work in the city, right? You have no responsibility for the environment you work in, right? Firstly, you might spend an hour commuting and an hour commuting back. So now, if you're doing all that from home, you just gain 2 hours, right? Yeah. So you just gain 2 hours. You also have a responsibility for the environment you're working in, which means you can transform that environment into a growth promoting rather than what can be a negative kind of saboteur, let's say. You then don't need the pacifiers and the other things that maybe you're using because of the environment you're operating in. And you've gained 2 hours for self-care practices. You just have to understand how to obviously establish routines.
Yeah.
But also I think what's really come out of this is people need to understand that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel anxious at this moment in time because none of us have ever seen this before.
We're all in the same boat, literally.
No one knows what the fuck they're doing right now. Yeah. Other than, right, I can take control of the things I can take control of. I can take responsibility for the things I can take responsibility for. And again, I think that comes down to the environment or the habits within that habitat, and I think that's that's what we can really take full control over. That human experience we talk about refinement comes from feeling. We have to feel, feeling and being. That's the point, isn't it? Rather than doing. I'm doing the squat now. It's a very different thing to I'm feeling it, I'm being it, I'm surrendering to whatever it is. And you're 100% right. It comes through, we touched on this before, but adversity, all those deep lessons always in the adversity. And for what, for where we think we're at right now, and for some of us, really are anxious, right? Some real pangs of anxiety out there. But it also helps to understand that we're not alone in that experience.
Yeah.
Right? You're not left out there lonely. This is again, we haven't been in this position before. This is a global thing. So there's going to be some real anxiety out there. But again, take it back to the things that you have control over. So we discussed breath. Remember we covered breath, didn't we?
Yeah.
How poignant, right? How perfect is that we say, we said a minute, like 4 seconds in, inhale, 6 seconds out, 6 cycles a minute. Everyone has a minute. You might need more than a minute right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the level of anxiety. But and it comes through, it could be meditation, it could be breath work. It can be getting out into nature again, just using that time to get out in the early sun as well, because there's a whole heap of happy hormones that we could still be tapping into right now, like serotonin. Go out early morning sun, get in the bright blue sky, get that in your ancestral eye. And as Wim Hof would say, get high on your own supply, because it's just, again, you'll boost your serotonin, which is going to make you happier, right? It could be going out into nature, 20 minutes of nature immersion. This is coming off the forest bathing in Japan. They were looking at studies there, 260 participants.
Yeah.
In, I think, 24 locations. And they just spent going from an urban environment, urban existence, out into nature. 20 minutes was enough to lower blood pressure, heart rate, and cortisol, right?
That's
just
crazy.
That 20 minutes immersion.
Yeah.
So if you go and do that, then if you flipped it, Alex, and then said, right, tell you what, I'm going to do breath work whilst in nature. And go and do it in the morning. Again, you get serotonin in there. Got an amazing experience in doing breath work. It's going to drop you under earlier. You're not only reconnecting to nature, you're doing something else. You're reconnecting to the fact you are nature, which helps us understand situations like this better, because this is just nature what's unraveling here. We're part of it, and we've survived viruses, and we're very good at that, right? We have this amazing ability to survive viruses.
Yeah.
So I think you can go down that path. That helps ease the mind.